Hi, my name is Joe Maggio. I'm here today to tell you about some of the current problems in Ethiopia and what I think we should do to change it. Ethiopia has got the reputation of an open hands country. And they got this label because of one reason, and that's because they've needed help since 1984 when the drought killed over 400,000 people. Over the past 25 years, Ethiopia has received over $3 billion in aid from other countries. Ethiopia has one natural resource that is selling faster than coffee, and that is their land. They have untouched, natural, organic land that has not been tampered with. No chemicals have been poured into it at all. They are selling this land at a really cheap rate, at $6.50 per hectare. China is selling their land at $25 per hectare. Over 1/3 of Ethiopia is being sold currently and is planned to be sold at that same rate, at that same price. In my opinion, it's dumb, it's stupid, and the Ethiopian investors need to be smarter about the land. It's in high demand, and the only thing that they should not sell that at such a low rate. I think it's great that the land is being sold and that they have so many people interested in buying their land, but my problem is how much is what's resulting from this. It's a huge win-win situation for other countries. I'll give Saudi Arabia as my example. Saudi Arabia has rice fields growing in Ethiopia, and the workers on these fields are forced to live on the fields and only paid $40 a month, and they're not allowed to leave until their, like, not contract, but it's a non-verbal contract, is up. Usually it's one year, but sometimes, as you can see in the video given, the 17-minute long video on my webpage, it's up to 3 years. They're away from their family for up to 3 years, and they're making $40 a month. It's not good. On the brighter side, I think that Ethiopia should be using their free land to create more projects and more organizations like the Hunger Project, which is also in organization with the LabSit project, which is it's something that they've created with Kenya, and it's actually a transportation system, and they've invested a huge amount of money, and it's a huge risk, and it's taking a lot of time, but in result, they're going to have a transportation line which is over 25 miles long, and an oil refinery in Kenya, which all the revenue is going to be split 50-50 with Ethiopia. And not only that, as this project is being put up, it's employing hundreds of Ethiopian citizens, and it's giving them benefits, it's giving them everything that they need. In my opinion, there needs to be more things like this versus just selling land at a cheap rate to other countries. Whenever you invest in yourself, I feel you control it. But whenever you let you just let other countries invest in your land, then you're giving your land away to other countries. I don't think that's good, and I think it needs to stop. It's obvious that world hunger is still very common, and in Ethiopia, the hunger is not very good. It's very common for Ethiopian citizens to be hungry, and there's over 7 million citizens relying on outside countries for food, water, and shelter in Ethiopia. At this time, it's estimated that 4.5 million people are in the verge of starvation, and 2 out of every 5 Ethiopian children under the age of 5 are suffering from stunting. Stunting is something that is a lifelong condition that results when children miss out on critical nutrition while in the womb or during the first 5 years of their lives. Unfortunately, this can only be done by being fed a healthy diet. The final statistic that I would like to touch on is the life expectancy rate, which is 59. 59 is not very high. That's actually 7 years higher than it was 10 years ago, and I'm getting these statistics from one of my sources that I used on my last paper, which is from worldvision.com or .org. Thank you for your time, and I hope what I said will enlighten you a little bit over some of the current events that are going on in Ethiopia.